welcome to 100 to Watford, and we're doing one of our new tactic boards here. So as you can see behind me, what I can do is I can put your comments up on screen. So if we get a few comments coming in, and we are still testing this new tech, so bear with me. Hopefully we'll get some Facebook, Twitter, YouTube comments. They should appear. Tom Hoger. Hello, Tom. There we go. I seem to have got it working better today. Tom saying, morning all, see you outside. The Blues Bar, I think Tom's saying there. Get your comments in. Let us know who you would pick. Out of the Leicester team, we've got the full squad ready behind us to pick and choose between us. So get your comments in. Let us know who people in and out today. Maddison could play today. He is back in contention. So he is off the players out list. Ibora is highly unlikely to play. We're here from an injury, so he's probably not going to play. Matty James is long-term injured still. So's Daniel Amati. Gazelle here is still suffering with a leg injury, and Harry Maguire highly unlikely to start or even play. So Neil is saying, will Gray start today? What do you think, Neil? Do you think Gray should start today? Let's get over to the... I've spelt tactics wrong, says James. Yes or no, and I've not had time to change it, James. You're the first person to spot it, so well done, James, for pointing that out to the world. I appreciate that. We've got the full squad here, so what we can do is if you put the comments in, let us know who you think is going to start in what positions, then I'll build the team for you. I'll get things going, because I think it's pretty safe to say Kasper Schmeichel is going to start. So there he is. Let's put Kasper in goal. Danny Ward did nothing wrong, did he, for us in the match against Southampton? But I think we all know Kasper is going to start. He's been pretty decent for a long time. Chappers is watching. Hi, Chappers. I think I'm picking Chappers up on the way to the match today because he's had his poorly knee to help him out. So, Lee, who do you think is going to be the team? Let's start, I think, guys, with the defence. I think it's going to be interesting, isn't it? I think Johnny Evans is going to play myself. Let me know if you agree with that. I think we're going to have Johnny Evans at centre-back. And I think, to be fair, Wes is fit. I think we're going to have Wes at centre-back. So, what did you think to Soyuncu the other day? Would you have Soyuncu in there instead of either Evans or Morgan? Let us know on that. But for me, I think that's who he's going to play. He's going to play Evans and he's going to play Wes Morgan. Tom is saying he would have Morgan. Lee Chapman is saying he'd have Soyuncu in for Morgan, which is fine. Again, get your comments in. Let us know who you would put in what position, and we can debate that. So, Chappers is saying he would have Soyuncu in instead of Morgan. He would have it like that. I'm going to put him over here for a bit. In fact, I don't think he's going to play, Lee. I'm sorry. Much as it'd be interesting. By the way, people saying Benkovic playing super well up at Celtic. Neil is agreeing with me. He thinks it is going to be Evans and it is going to be Morgan. That's going to be the centre-back pairing. Mike Jenner saying, please not Wes. I think Wes has been doing all right, hasn't he, recently? Anyway, let's get back to the full-backs. It's, for me, Ben Chilwell doing better and better at left-back. So I think we're going to have Chilwell there at left-back. Do you agree with that? Chris Hand is saying Soyuncu for Defo. Morning to Jamie from the Fox's Arms. He's at the match today. He's back from Spain. Jamie, are you doing your usual show tomorrow? Not from Alcudia, but are you going to do it from Leicester somewhere? He's saying, I'll have the Turkish lad, please. That's because you can't spell Soyuncu, isn't it, Jamie? I know exactly why you put the Turk lad. Who are we going to have at right back? Simpson? It's going to be Pereira, isn't it? I think this team is starting to pick itself. Let me know if you agree. Wes is a card waiting to happen, says Mike Jenner. Okay, that's interesting. He's already had, how many red cards has Wes Morgan had this season? Two already, I think. Well, that's my back four at the moment. Chilwell, Pereira, Wes Morgan, Johnny Evans. I honestly think that is going to be the back four. Dan Brembridge is saying he's been sent off twice this season. It's an important game today, isn't it? We need to win this. Who are we going to have in midfield? As I say, I think Ibora is an injury doubt, so I don't think Ibora is going to be an option. Going to be, for me, I'm going to put in Mendy, because I like what Mendy's doing. So I think it is going to be Mendy. Let me know. Chris Hand is saying Wes hasn't been too bad. But I can't read everything on that. Sorry, I still need to sort some of these graphics out. Do apologise. Mendy, and I think it is going to be Ndidi. I think that's going to be the centre two. But here's where things start to get interesting. How do we form up after that? Tom, if Tom's still watching, Tom, let us know what you think the formation's going to be. Mike Jenner's agreeing. He's going with Ndidi and Mendy, which is good. I agree with you, Mike. Jamie Vardy has been slightly injured. Obviously, played bits and bobs here and there over the last few weeks. I thought particularly looked good last week when he Dini. And Ducal will need. Hang on, let me sort this out. I need to be able to read your bits and bobs better than this. Let me have a word. I'm just trying to sort the text out here. Get your comments in. Let us know who you think should start up top in midfield, because I think that is particularly some of the interesting things that we're going to see. There we go. Starting to get more. Just sorting this text out so that I can read exactly what you're putting. It's great. I have to do this on the fly and live, so that's a bit better. There we go. Thanks for bearing with me. You know, we're always sorting these things out as we go along. Richard Wilson is saying I'd move Pereira to right midfield. Neil is saying I'd have Diabate instead of Gray. Chris is saying he'd have Okazaki and Vardy. That would be nice, wouldn't it? What do you think? Should we put Okazaki in there? I'm not absolutely convinced, Richard, that is what's going to be happening, but I still think that's probably, with Okazaki and Vardy running around in these sort of positions, I still feel that that's our stronger attacking setup to have those guys there. So at the moment we're at 4-2-2. We've got 8-9. We need two players on that team. Chris Handers. So you've got Albrighton down there. Who are you going to have on the right then? Let's read this. Dan Benbridge is saying Gray on one side, Okazaki in the middle, Gazelle, then Vardy. I think Gazelle's injured. That's what I've been reading. That he isn't going to fit. So would we put... Who would you put on that right-hand side in here, in this team as it is? And then we can agree if this is going to be the right way. Chris Bruin is saying Okazaki complements Vardy. He does. They do all this chasing around in this position, don't they? Jamie Vardy needs the ball around this area, needs fast balls over, which has been not what's been happening very often. We've got Albrighton there. We need somebody on this right-hand side. I think at the moment I'm tempted to go for Demarai Gray in there. What do you think to that as a sort of lineup? It's a 4-2. Well, I guess this is where you play 4-4-2, does he? Key men today. Let's start to make some key men out. It's Jamie Vardy, obviously. Albrighton, I think, is going to play a good role today. Casper is going to have... Gary Johnson is saying put Mark on the right-hand side. Tom Hogar's saying Maddison, Albrighton and Vardy. So, Tom is saying he would go for Gray, Maddison, Albrighton and Vardy. So, Tom is saying, let's move... I'll take Okazaki out for a minute because Tom is saying, let's put in Maddison. I don't know if Maddison needs... Tom, what do you think to this? Am I a bit old school? I think Maddison needs to be taught a bit of a lesson. I think I'd have Maddison on the bench today, just so that he learns that he don't do that sort of nonsense last week. So I think I'd have Maddison on the bench. That's me. But if I was, I don't know, it's difficult. If I was trying to win, which we are, then you might put Maddison in there. I think, where is he? I'm going to debate with Tom and anybody else whether it should be Okazaki in there or whether it should be Maddison in there. What do people think? Mike Jenner saying switch Albrighton and Gray over. I think it would work better. I think they do switch over anyway, Mike, don't they? I think they both switch over at different times. So I think you can have Albrighton and Gray flip-flopping across. I believe Gazelle's injured, so that's why I don't think Gazelle should feature today. Plus, I think, if I'm honest, I would put these guys, or Mark Albrighton and Demarai Gray, ahead of those. Let's just... So that, the debate we're having is there. Tom saying Maddison, day long. And Craig Pearson is saying he'd have Maddison all day. Gary Johnson is informing us that we are right, that Maddison is available and the suspension was the Southampton game. So that's the sort of 4-4-4-ish. You can say it's a 4-2-3-1. You could say it's a 4-4. I don't think it is a 4-4-2-2. I think it's more like a 4. I think you get confused in your own tactics there. Anyway, I think it's a 4-4-1-1 sort of Christmas tree. Gray looking better now. He's getting more games, says Chris Bruin. I agree. Jamie Fox's arm saying, right, going to the ground. See you later. See you at the Blues Bar, Jamie. Anybody else want to come and see us there? We'll be seeing you there. Gary Johnson is saying spot on. He would take this team. Well, this is my team. I think when we did this on Tuesday between us all, we got 8 out of the starting 11 right, which wasn't a bad shout considering that it is a pretty mixed up game, obviously, the cup match. But that, I think that's my starting 11. Be interesting to see how it works, obviously, with what Claude Puel does. Hard to predict, isn't he, what he's going to do? There's quite a lot of attacking flair in there. Quite a lot of security at the back. Evans, Morgan, we'll see. Watford on their day can be decent, can't they? Neil is saying 3-5-2 with Soyuncu. A few people saying Soyuncu. Richard Wilson is saying I'd use Gray on the bench as an impact player. Simpson and Pereira on the right. That'd be an interesting one. So I guess, again, I see Mark Albrighton a bit more on the left, I think. Well, can play either, doesn't he? Let's just... Richard's just suggested this. Let's go back up to, he was saying, I don't think it will be this, Richard, but I'll show it you just so you can see what you were talking about. I've got no problem with Danny Simpson at right back, to be fair. No problem whatsoever. I think the guy's been Mr. You know, I don't see him put much of a foot wrong for Leicester whenever he plays. So I don't think we've ever had a debate on here where we say Danny Simpson has done something wrong or let us down. So if Simpson was right back, I'd be more than happy about that too. Let's put it back to where we were. I think it's more like this. That something along those lines. Those are the players I think will be in it. Jason Mills saying we can have all the attacking flair we want, but it's the way that Puel sets us up in a negative way. Well, some people say that. I think you have to be patient watching Leicester at the moment. You have to be patient, and it's not always the most pleasant watching at times. But there we go. That is the team between us we've sort of picked. There's a few discussions on Soyuncu, a few discussions on should Gray be on the bench, should Maddison be in there. So that's not everybody's starting 11. I think I'd be more than happy with that as a starting 11. So we'll see. Obviously, we're going to be down at the ground before kick-off. We'll be at the Blues Bar. Come and say hello to us. I know Jamie from the Fox's Arms there. Like I say, I'm picking chappers up. Tom's meeting us there. I don't think Neil's at the match today, but I think Anthony is and everybody. Come and say hello. Come and have a chat. Come and have a beer with us, whatever's, and let us know. We're just fans. We do the fans view. As ever, I have to thank all the guys at Peters, ADT, Everard's, Hologram, Fox's Arms, because all these guys, what they do is they help us get new kit, a bit like this that we're trying to do new stuff with. So we try and do everything for free. We try and do lots of competitions. We've been giving away some of these recently. Let me get that up to the screen so you can see. Hopefully you can see. A book by the guys Gary Syke and Simon Kember, written, called Can't Buy That Feeling. I think I got the title right. Anyway, enter that competition. It's pretty straightforward. It was Gary Lineker's birthday yesterday, so the competition question was, how many goals did Gary Lineker score in his Leicester City career? It takes you about 7 seconds to look on Wikipedia, but then you can enter. Be a nice book either to get before Christmas or to get and give away to somebody who's a Leicester fan. So thanks, Guy, to all the guys who help give us the prizes. Thanks to, like I say, all the sponsors, wherever they are up there, for helping us get the new kit. Jason Mills saying, I keep freezing, lol. Yeah, it is this new kit. I don't think we've got enough bandwidth to run it. Jamie's saying, don't be shy, come and say hello to him. Jamie. Likes a selfie, Jamie does. Go and have a selfie with Jamie today. See how many you can get done with him. Anyway, support from Down Under, says Nige Flint. Craig Pearson saying he would go with the 2 wing backs. Dan Bembridge is saying Watford have pace, so if Morgan does play, he needs to play carefully. Absolutely. Thanks for watching. We'll see you down at the game. My name's Phil. This is 100% LCFC. See you soon.